This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for July 30, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, gun found in open lot in Mandeville. Detectives assigned to the Mandeville Criminal Investigation Branch seized a firearm in Hearties, Mandeville, Manchester on Friday. Reports from the police are that about 9:30 a.m., lawmen were alerted by residents to remove a 9mm pistol that was found on an open lot. No one was arrested in relation to the discovery. Investigations are ongoing. Montego Bay Mayor recuperating at home after car crash. Montego Bay Mayor Leroy Williams is now out of hospital and recuperating at home following a motor vehicle accident last week. This was revealed during the Independence Church service in Montego Bay, St. James on Sunday and later confirmed by Deputy Mayor Councillor Richard Vernon. Yes, he is out of the University Hospital of the West Indies and is at home now recuperating, Vernon remarked. Williams is said to have suffered injuries to his hip and another section of his leg when the vehicle he was driving collided with a parked trailer early on Saturday morning, July 22. The mayor, it is said, was on his way home following night one of the recently held Reggae Sumfest event at Catherine Hall in the city. He was taken to Conroe Regional and later transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies to continue his treatment. Crawford announced his desire to represent St. Catherine Northwest. Opposition Senator Damien Crawford has expressed a desire to return to representational politics, declaring his interest in becoming the People's National Party standard-bearer in the St. Catherine Northwest constituency. The current Member of Parliament for the constituency is the PNP's Hugh Graham, who has had an uneasy relationship with the party and resigned from the opposition shadow cabinet earlier this year. It is unclear if Graham will contest the seat for the PNP at the next general election, but in an exclusive interview with the News, Crawford said if the seat becomes available, he will be throwing his hat in the ring. Crawford said he has made this known to the PNP hierarchy. According to Crawford, his expression of interest to represent the constituency has been met by mixed reactions from the party's leadership. Crawford believes that he is deserving of an opportunity to contest the seat, having dedicated himself to the party in the constituencies of St. Andrew East Rural, where he was MP, and the Portland Eastern, where he was a candidate. He explained that his representation in both seats was as a direct result of having been asked by the party to do so, adding that it was now his time to ask for a seat of his liking from the party. Bar Association questions amendments to retirement age for DPP and the AUG. The Jamaican Bar Association is questioning the validity of the amendments to the Constitution, which will increase the retirement age of the Director of Public Prosecution and the Auditor General to 65 years and allow for the extension of their contract to 70 years. In a release yesterday, the association was critical of the handling of the amendments, especially as they related to the current DPP, Paul Llewellyn. It is also requesting the government dispel the notion that the amendments were to extend the time for Llewellyn to continue in office, and they argued that the government's failure to accede risk widespread public distrust of the offices of the DPP and AG. It has urged the government not to apply the amendment to the current DPP. The Bar Association also raised concerns about the validity of the amendments and questioned whether the manner and procedure in the way they were made contravened the Constitution. According to the release, the association is perturbed, particularly about the constitutional provisions dedicated to how the retirement age of the DPP may be extended, especially since issues relating to the provisions could go before the court. Jamaica Bar Association is aware from media reports that the issues arising from the passage of the bill may well be considered by the courts given a possible constitutional challenge. Jamaica Bar Association is therefore not only cautious in its pronouncement at this stage, but is also carefully assessing all the legal implications of these amendments and considering in detail all relevant issues arising from this unfolding development the release signed by Bar Association President John Bassey stated. The association called the aspects of the changes disputable and highly undesirable. There was no opportunity in the lower house, from all reports, for any informed or prepared debate on the bill. There is no express provision for consultation concerning an amendment of the subsection to increase the age of retirement. Indeed, all required for an amendment of the provision is the majority votes of members present in each house. The not unreasonable question arises as to whether the amendment route was invoked to circumvent the consultative procedure, the release said. It stated that under the Constitution, multiple extensions are not permissible, and the amendment is peculiar to Llewellyn, whose tenure was extended in 2020. This is a compelling basis for the increase to be regarded as effectively granting a further extension not provided for by the Constitution, the release continued. According to the release, how the change was done is reflective of the scant regard for the weighty matters of the amendments, and this facilitates a guaranteed planned outcome with only a parliamentary majority needed. Police hold a St. Catherine man with a Glock. The St. Catherine South Police held a 39-year-old man with an illegal handgun last night during a special operation in Bamburidge District. Reports are that at about 10:45 p.m., a police team was on a special operation in the community near Old Harbor. The operatives were in search of wanted men, drugs, and illegal guns. The police team stopped a motor vehicle and a man alighted. He was searched and a Glock 19 pistol, loaded with several 9mm cartridges, was found on him. He was taken into police custody. The man was escorted to the Old Harbor Police Station and arrested for suspicion of possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. He is to be questioned in the presence of an attorney for formal charges to be laid against him. Music producer freed of gun charge after cops' unreliable evidence. A music producer who was charged with illegal possession of a firearm 2 years ago was freed of the offense due to the police's evidence being found to be unreliable to prove the prosecution's case. Jovian Basio Singh, otherwise called Bossy, of Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was on trial in the gun court section of the Home Circuit Court last week, during which he was freed after his attorney, Kemar Robinson, made a no-case submission. The allegations, according to a report from the St. Catherine North Police, were that about 3 p.m. on February 14, 2021, a police team acting on information conducted a snap raid at a premises on Williams Street in Spanish Town. Further reports are that Basco Siege was allegedly seen by officers removing a firearm from a bag and throwing it to the ground. The firearm was recovered and Basco Siege was arrested and subsequently charged. But during the trial, which began on Monday, the Crown's sole witness, a police corporal, was viewed as not being a credible witness. Basco Siege's attorney Robinson also argued that the evidence was unreliable as there was material inconsistencies relative to how the firearm was found. High Court Judge Justice Grace Henry Mackenzie upheld the no-case submission after the prosecutor agreed with Robinson's arguments. Basco Siege was subsequently acquitted of the charge against him. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.